place for you. To do it.
Welcome, everyone, to another exciting edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg. We have an conference showdown here in Boston, where the Celtics will square off. Sacramento foul. Now Sacramento starting five. McLemore and Gay on the perimeter. Caspi is out there. With DeMarcus Cousins, and it's Rondo in at the point guard.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Yeah, yeah, completely a brain phase. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
And it was the screen there, guys, that freed him up. as he ran his man into it.
And then it was all acceleration, GA, to the bucket right after that.
Almost a backboard breaker.
Here's Cousins. Soft touch off the glass.
Well, Merry Christmas. I mean, that was a freebie. And I think it's fair to say last season was a bit of a transition year for the Kings. I mean, after firing Malone and the injuries to their stars, they just tried to build for the future, realizing that was going to be in their best interest.
First quarter of play, 1 minute played. On offense, here are the Celtics. Thomas dishes to Sullinger. Crowder kicks to Johnson. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
That's a look you cannot pass up. It's also one you shouldn't miss.
Just around a minute and a half into the first quarter. Outside Thomas. Bradley, no one around him. Nailed from three-point land. Bradley's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for three. They set the pick. Rondo passes to Cousins. Beyond the arc. The shot by Rondo is no good. For Boston, they've gone 2 or 3 here to start out the game. Out of bounds, Sacramento takes possession.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
Now about 2 minutes gone here in the first quarter. The pass to Cousins. Gay right side. Shot from 12. And that one comes up a bit short.
And, you know, coaches just love players who they can count on to give that effort defensively.
And he clearly is one of those guys, Greg. We saw it right there. Nice work forcing that miss.
Here's Rondo. Isaiah Thomas making his last shot. Cousins inside. He's guarded by Johnson. Cousins, no good.
Well, he gets it in close, but you have to credit that stifling defense for forcing the miss.
Exactly, Greg. I mean, defense like that really increases the degree of difficulty on that shot by a large amount.
Now, here's Thomas. Following the miss by DeMarcus Cousins. Thomas kicks to Crowder. No good on the three.
A clear look at the hoop. He doesn't miss many of those.
Pass to Caspi. The shot. And Jared Sullinger pulls it down.
It's not winning basketball when you're attempting shots like that.
Yeah, come on now. You got to remember it's a team game. He's got 4 teammates out there with him. I don't think he needs to try to do it all by himself like that.
It's stolen by Bradley. Outside Thomas. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Greg, you're exactly right. I mean, everything seems to be dropping. Impressive scoring here.
Caspi dishes to Rondo. Screen by Cousins. Here's McLemore. And the foul on Avery Bradley. That's his first foul.
I mean, that's a tough break for the D. I mean, he took the hit and drew the whistle.
Yeah, but he was late to get there, Greg, so the referee couldn't give him a free pass on that one.
And McLemore kicks to Gay. 6 to shoot. Out of bounds, Boston takes possession.
A temporary lapse of focus from him on that turnover. It's embarrassing, but on occasion it does happen.
Boston leading by 7. Double team on Thomas. Outside Bradley. Sullinger passes to Thomas. Johnson sets the screen for Thomas. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Thomas.
And guys, as much as Isaiah Thomas can help you on offense, at times he can hurt you on the defensive side. Immediately posted up by whomever he's guarding, you have to give help. And of course, that leaves your defense vulnerable, particularly on the weak side and controlling that defensive backcourt.
Here's Thomas after Rajon Rondo's bucket. Pass to Bradley. Sullinger dishes to Bradley. Second shot opportunity. Sullinger, no good.
Boy, I tell you what, guys, he's an extremely strong finisher. I'm surprised he wasn't able to power that through the defense.
Shot's good by Gabe. Greg, you're talking about Isaiah Thomas before. Certainly his short stature limits him on Clark, the defensive side.
Yeah, but you know what? He doesn't rack up a ton of steals, given his instincts and quickness. I think he really focuses on making his impact at the offensive end.
Here's Rondo, following the score by Avery Bradley. He had stolen by Sullinger. Now here's Bradley, the fast break opportunity. He feeds it to Crowder. Sacramento grabs the miss.
And listen, sometimes even the best of us are going to miss the easiest of opportunities. No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
And here we go. Cousins heading to the hoop.
Quick hands on the steal and then just mad hops on the slam.
Great sequence for them defensively and Clark offensively.
Well, one usually leads to the other, Kevin. That's just good, aggressive, attacking basketball at both ends.
And now the first timeout called here for Boston. The Boston Celtics figured to be near the bottom of the league last year. In many ways, they outperformed a lot of people's expectations.
And by no means were they a contender at any point, but they very well could be ahead of themselves in terms of the rebuilding process.
Boston making some changes. Kelly Olynyk's checked in for Jared Sullinger. Jerebko comes in for Johnson. And Turner's subbed in for Crowder. A big group substitution here for Sacramento. Kufis checked in for Casper. Butler comes in for Rudy Gay. Bellinelli, he's checked in for Ben McLemore. And it's Collison in for Rajon Rondo. The shot's good from Jerebko.
And with the Celtics being a surprise threat near the end of last season, even their losses were close games.
To back up your point about the Celtics being in close games, I mean, their point differential on the year was less than where you would expect it to be for a team that made it. I mean, it really gives you an idea of how many close games they played.
A strong season from Darren Collison cut short last year. Greg shut down at the end of last February.
Yeah, he had that issue with his hip, and that kind of ended things for him in what had been a promising season. A shame, since he was having the best of his career today.
Thomas kicks to Bradley. To the left wing. Nice ball movement by Boston. And another fast break for Sacramento. Outside Collison. The dish to Bellinelli. Offline with his three.
Collison was having a career year last year, guys. I mean, 16 points a game was a career high for him, and he also shot more threes than ever before.
Olynyk can't hit. Collison kicks to Cousins. Sacramento again missing.
Just not much success when it comes to shooting.
Basket by Collison.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
Pretty clear, it's smash mouth basketball. Pound that thing inside.
Knocks it loose. And it's Bradley off the drive. Thomas passes to Olynyk. And Cousins comes over to help. Here's Thomas. And the basket good. Thomas got 6.
And I think even in the injury-shortened season, Collison showed he is still a starter in the NBA. Now, he's been used as a super sixth man in the past, but he's just as effective, I believe, at starting the game.
And the foul on Avery Bradley. That's foul number 2 for him.
And that's his second foul already, and that's going to force him to tone down his aggression defensively.
And Cousins kicks to Buck. 5 on the clock. That's a 2 from Bellinelli. Here's Cousins. Oh, that's blocked. They get it back. Another block.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
Yeah, the half and half balls are going their way, and that's really a function of effort and intensity. You know, the ball doesn't discriminate. Whoever goes and gets it, that's who owns it.
Yeah.
The kick out to Collison. And that one's good by Butler.
They really can't allow him too many open looks like that. I mean, that's just inviting trouble.
Thomas dishes to Olynyk. Double team on Thomas. And the dunk by Olynyk.
Boy, he threw out some punishment with that two-hand throwdown.
And Clark, now's the time to continue to attack that rim.
Well, I tell you, he squeezed that orange as tight as he could before that throwdown.
Yeah, no way he was going to lose that thing on the way up. You're right, Clark.
And better safe than sorry on that one, guys.
Over in the corner, Turner. Thomas up top. Double team on Thomas. Left side, Bradley. Out to Turner. He tries for 3. That is good. Turner's got 5 points so far.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
Collison with it. Now guarded by Bradley. That's a 2 from Bellinelli. And the Kings check on 2 more. Now Bradley. He has 5. .124 left here in the first quarter. No one near Turner as he lets it go. Again, the Celtics good for 2.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Dime-dropping delights is what I call it.
Yeah, that's a nice pass. I will give you that one.
Yeah, he was on the money, that's no doubt. Here's Bellinelli. Clock at 6. Cousins, the pass to Collison. Bellinelli. Shot is no good. Now Boston takes it the other way.
He's been anything but his usual self this quarter. It's actually been ugly to see.
Wow, that's a really smooth finish.
That's why we and they always love seeing him at the end of those breaks. He makes it look fun and easy.
No doubt the fight's there. They are trying to battle back, but he's just really struggling this quarter.
Their defense just hasn't been able to slow him down.
And that's a big reason why they're trailing, surrendering too many easy baskets.
In the corner, Bradley with it. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot 2. Boston shooting their initial free throws of the game right here.
At the line for the Celtics.
And he can't get the first one.
Will be at the line shooting 2.
He hits the second from the line. 12 seconds left to play here in the first. Collison kicks to Butler. That falls. Great assist by Darren Collison. And it's 7 points for Butler.
You know, not necessarily what you're looking for, but still able to convert.
No good on the buzzer beater. And welcome back. It's been all one-sided so far through the first quarter as our second quarter gets underway. And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Celtics.
They've been making some really nice passes out there. Excellent passing. That could set the tone for the rest of the game.
Yeah, the other thing, though, is they have attacked in the open floor. They're definitely getting a lot of easy ones that way.
On the court for Sacramento, they've got Bellinelli, DeMarcus Cousins out there with Costa Koufis. And there's Collison, and it's Butler in the small forward position.
The defense was trying to get back, and that left him with a wide-open three. Much too good to pass up.
It was a tough battle down the stretch, but the Celtics were able to get back into the playoffs last year.
And kind of just hovering around all season. But give them credit. They fought their way in and spent only 1 year out of the postseason in their rebuild.
Here's Collison following the three-pointer by Boston.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And really a reflection of their superior effort level to this point. It seems to me they've gone after this win a little bit more.
That'll be a 5-second call.
Not doing them any favors with those kinds of errors.
Especially now, with every possession being so crucial.
Olynyk with it to the inside. Rozier. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
They are not rotating nearly quickly enough on defense down low. Got to get... quicker there.
Just no resistance on the interior.
That's 2 unproductive trips in a row, ending in turnovers.
And one thing you can't do is string together those kinds of possessions. It can snowball in a hurry.
Not watching. In the line there, that'll be a backcourt violation. We're closing in on 2 minutes played here in the second quarter. Collison gets a wide open look. Drills the three-pointer. Collison's got 7 points in the game.
And they've got to talk to each other on D there. Miscommunication, and now he's able to make a pay.
Olynyk dishes to Urebko. The kick out to Young. Shot clock at 6. And stolen by Koufis. Three-pointer, Butler. Offensive rebound. And it's Koufis missing.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there. I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
That drops. And that's now 9 points for Collison.
That's a perfect up and under there. That's textbook.
Here's Rozier. He's covered by Collison. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. It's on DeMarcus Cousins.
Sacramento didn't have a free-flowing offense, and they wanted to get up and down, and it showed in their play transitioning from stagnant to free-flowing.
Timeout.
Sacramento, a team that is likely to put it on the floor to attack. We saw that last year. They have no problem creating with player movement versus ball movement, which is something which is a nice way to kind of begin the transition.
It is, and Kevin, they were dead last in the league in terms of catch-and-shoot field goal attempts. Also near the bottom in catch-and-shoot field goal percentage. So they might have been justified in that.
Austin making some changes. Sullinger's checked in for Olynyk. Johnson comes in for Urebko. And Jay Crowder's subbed in for Turner. Good on both. The Celtics really seemed to get better as last season wore on, too. GA finished the year looking very dangerous.
And Kevin, with the Celtics, they were dynamite after the All-Star break. Had the second best record in the Eastern Conference post-All-Star.
And timeout call. George Karl has had enough.
You know, one of the big things for the Celtics after the All-Star break was they played smarter. I mean, they went from the middle of the pack in terms of turnovers to a team that rarely made mistakes.
The Kings trail by 16. Here's Rondo. Five to shoot. Can't capitalize on the good screen.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far.
Here's Rozier. He's got 7. Stolen by Gay.
Their turnovers are really prominent. I know they're leading, but eventually it's going to catch up to them if they keep wasting possession.
Undisciplined with the ball leads to unforced turnovers, no doubt about it. Yeah, that's a good point about the Celtics and their turnovers. Last year after the All-Star break, they were 4th in the league in limiting their mistakes. They played well beyond their years down the stretch.
Here's McLemore after the basket by Boston. There's the triple. Another shot. The shot by Moreland, no good.
Excellent. Really solid job, actually, by the defense to get in his way as he was going up for that one.
Offensive rebound. Shot's good. Young's got 9.
I really like the fact that he's getting the touches he needs here after not scoring a single point in that first quarter.
Crowder, the pass to Sellinger. And there's the defensive 3-second call. The Celtics have been successful on 3 of their 4 free throw attempts up to this point.
And a season ago, they hit about 75% of their free throws.
And so he hits the technical free throw. And watching Jay Crowder, he can really beast you up, Greg, and take you out of your game. One of the most physical wings, I think, in the NBA.
And not the most flexible athlete, but he makes up for that with that strength that you mentioned. It allows him to control the pace. I mean, he's a bumper and a grinder and hitting a big 3 out of nowhere. So he's what we call a true gamer.
Sellinger, no good.
That's what we call good defense in the paint, worth its weight in gold.
It absolutely is, and maybe even more than that. I mean, you saw it right there. Without his presence, that's an easy basket.
And then Johnson with the jam.
I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen throughout, just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively turning into quick points.
And that can't continue. I mean, if they hope to get back in this game, I mean, it's really deflating from a morale standpoint. They need stops and points, not turnovers.
Now here's Gay. It's good from long range. Gay's got 5 points so far.
Looking at Jay Crowder, he got traded from Dallas to Boston in the Rondo deal last season. Nobody expected all that much from him. All he did was go out and become one of the most valuable players on that team.
When you talk about Jay Crowder, there are those that you win because of, and then there are guys like him that you win with. I mean, the guy who's going to take the charge, commit the hard foul, do what others won't, really shows the heart of a champion.
Isaiah Thomas is checked in for Young.
And the Kings last season struggled with just about everybody. And the Eastern Conference was no different. Just couldn't get the wins they needed to keep pace in their conference.
Now a timeout called by Sacramento. Clark, the Kings last season only 11 wins in 30 games against the Eastern Conference. Only had more out of the conference wins than the Wolves last season. That was not a good number.
Yeah, and the Kings didn't have a winning record against any Eastern division either. So you can't make up ground in the West if you can't beat the teams in the East.
So Boston going with almost an entire new group here. Tyler Zeller's checked in for Jared Sullinger. Olynyk comes in for Amir Johnson. Jerebko's checked in for Jay Crowder. And Turner's subbed in for Isaiah Thomas. Now here's Gay. He has 5.
Physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. That +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Yeah, not to mention what it says on the scoreboard. They're really pushing them around. Straight bully ball. And he came off that screen, and the D just didn't get over the top of it.
Yep, weren't there in time enough to challenge Greg, and when that's the case, you can mark those up for him.
Assist from.
And he gets the bucket.
You know, he'll make you scratch your head and throw your hands up as a defender. I mean, you just don't know how to play him.
And here we go. And the dunk by McLemore.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
That's exactly the way to do it too, Kevin. Go hard to the bucket and don't let them set up the defense.
For Boston, they have gone 5 of 7 from the free throw line in the game.
You know, he didn't get to the line in that entire first quarter, but right now he's showing some aggressiveness out there.
Jay Crowder's checked in for Boston. Both good from the line that time.
Well, so far for Coach Brad Stevens, the Celtics have had nothing but praise for their outstanding young coach. No surprise for those of us who know Brad. The team is really moving ahead in the rebuilding process, and he gets a lot of the credit for that.
Celtics leading by 21. And here is Turner. 9 points in the game so far. To the middle. Pass to Olynyk. Shot clock at 6. Again, the miss by the Celtics. To the inside. McLemore. Crowder pulls it in. Crowder's got his 3rd rebound on the night.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant.
No.
And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing.
Love it.
And there's the foul that goes against Sacramento. And how thrilled must have Evan Turner been last season to get a second chance. With the boost in minutes, the confidence of the coaching staff. His game almost just changed overnight.
Yeah, he's a guy who needs the basketball. He's such a good, solid playmaker and has excellent size. Never had a chance in Indiana to really handle the ball and play to his strengths because of Paul George and Lance Stevenson, but he found a nice niche in Boston.
Well, you know what he can do after watching him for so many years with the Buckeyes.
Yeah, he's terrific. Good basketball IQ, too.
And boy, did Evan Turner make the most of his second chance last season. Played with more focus, huge minutes for him with the Celtics. He may have found a home.
Celtics making a switch here. Thomas is checked in.
You know, it was a career year all around for Tucker last season. Still has work to do on his game, but showed he can contribute to a winning team. Very good value for his contract, too. You can never discount that.
Both free throws good from Turner.
And Evan Turner's one of those guys, he just gives you a little bit of everything. I mean, he can play multiple positions, handles the ball, he can pass it, shoot it. Kind of a Swiss Army jackknife who uses multiple tools to his advantage.
Now Thomas, after the missed 3 from Evan Turner. Thomas, no luck.
Not too much congestion in the lane. I think he could have gotten a better shot that time, no question.
And he gets it to go.
Assist goes to
9 points for Rudy Gay. Greg, for Evan Turner, the one area where he can still develop in a big way is with the jump shot. Clark, 28% from three last season. Really is not going to make it.
Yeah, that's been the one stain on his game, the lack of that deep shooting ability, but everything else he can do. He can handle, he passes, he rebounds, but to be an elite player, he's got to be able to knock down that three ball better.
Thomas with the ball. He's picked up by Rondo. Kicks it to Crowder. Fires the three. And that one's good. Crowder's got 5 now.
They've been outstanding from three-point range in this quarter.
Man, can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
Double team on Thomas. And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul. Shot misses. He'll be shooting 2. And there's the foul that goes against Sacramento. And he makes the first.
Well, you could see a change in the play with the Celtics after the trade deadline last year. Adding Isaiah Thomas gave them some pop off the bench and really created some balance for them offensively.
And both free throws good from Crowder. And that was something the Celtics needed, adding Thomas, a player that could come in and provide Clark instant offense for them off the bench.
And, Kevin, I think that was a turning point for them last year. I mean, they saw that they had a chance to make a big leap forward after the trade and responded accordingly.
Celtics leading by 21. Feeds it to Olynyk. Out to the right wing. Double team on Thomas. Crowder with it. Gay picks him up defensively. And he uses both hands to jam it in.
In that tight, with that much of an advantage height-wise, there's just not a lot the defense can do.
And then Cousins with the dunk.
Boy, he is such a ridiculous dunker.
High riser, no doubt about it.
Goodness, I mean, you've come to expect plays like that from him, and folks, that never gets old.
And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2.
And Isaiah Thomas, traded last season from Phoenix over to Boston, seemed to be a matter of fit and not production as to why they moved him.
Greg, you were talking about Isaiah Thomas. He had no love lost for the Suns. In their first meeting, he took them apart, Clark, on the floor. Remember that game? Stared him down as he was hitting shots, looked at that bench. Man, he had a big chip on his shoulder.
Yeah, and you know, most guys that are a little undersized and have battled doubters all their careers bring that kind of edge anyway. You throw in the fact that he was disappointed how the trade unfolded. He was amped up and ready for that return visit.
Nobody near Gay. Another 3 for Sacramento.
And started hot, and he's only gotten hotter.
Out of bounds, Sacramento will take possession.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
There's the pick. To the paint. Young with the steal. And pushing it up, here's Boston. Thomas gets a wide open look. Drains it from 17 feet out. Thomas got 4 points this quarter.
Clearly, they've been the hotter team here in the first half.
Well, they've been grit and grind, working for those high percentage shots, and quite honestly, it's paid off for them.
Boston foul call.
And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
That's his first personal foul.
You know, last season, DeMarcus Cousins had several triple-doubles, but with Cousins, he would have 20-plus rebounds to go along with 20 points and 10 assists. That's amazing for a big man, for any man, as a matter of fact.
Looking at who's out there now for the Celtics. Jerebko's checked in for Tyler Zeller. Turner comes in for Bradley. And it's Rozier in for Isaiah Thomas.
Great job to hit his teammate on that move, Kevin.
And for Cousins, those 20-20-10 triple-doubles are an incredibly rare feat. First time, in fact, that we've seen that in the NBA since 2010.
And he was the first big man since the great Wilt Chamberlain to do it in back-to-back games. So Cousins is one of the rare big men who can do it all and has displayed that multiple times last season.
Already he's looking at his third foul. I think the coach will probably look to sit him down until the third quarter.
No good on the free throw.
Another trip to the strike for him, and I tell you what, a little bit of a different feel here in the second quarter. A little more banging going on.
Man, and it's really served them well. Seeking out the contact you mentioned and putting pressure on the defense.
Now here's Gay. 17 points in the game. With a step back. That misses. Would have counted had it gone in. And so a pretty lopsided game through the first half. Boston on top. Run.
Deja. Your mom left? She just came back?
She just went outside.
Where the baby at?
Away with it. And we'll be back right after halftime to get the third quarter on.
Was it raining tonight? I really wanted to go to the park.
Well, it's been a one-sided affair so far through the first two quarters, but there's plenty of time to mount a comeback. Rudy Gay having a dominant impact in this game.
And the threes, they just dropped for him consistently. He was in a zone in that first half.
I'll say, I mean, this couldn't have been a more productive day for him from long range so far.
Welcome back, everyone, to the start of the second half. Big margin on our hands, but we'll see if that gap narrows down in the third and fourth quarters.
Boy, what a great game for Gay. He had 17 points, and from downtown, he's buried three three-point shots, gentlemen.
Well, when he squared himself up and gotten good looks, he's knocked them down.
Thomas is the point with Bradley to his side. Johnson is out there with Jay Crouch. And it's Sullinger in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the group for Brad Stevens getting going here in the second half. Good on the second free throw. One thing to say about Rajon Rondo's career, he's come up big in the biggest of games, had 6 steals in the closeout game that gave Boston its 17th championship. Remember that back in 2008 for Coach Doc Rivers?
I really do. And after that Boston win in the series against the Lakers, Phil Jackson called Rondo the star of Game 6. Everyone had always talked about the big three in Boston. That year, it was the big four. And I like how he puts himself in position there to finish on the break.
Yeah, you know, that's what we call seeing and feeling the game. Excellent read of how that play was going to develop and where the ball was going. That's stuff that you oftentimes can't teach, Greg.
And Thomas, here we go. Right through the knee for the layup. Thomas got 14 points for the game.
And, you know, guys, on the topic of Rondo, you look at his playoff career now. I mean, in 2009, he averaged nearly a triple-double in the postseason. I mean, this guy has great instincts, but he has to have the ball to orchestrate the way he's most effective.
And going back to what we were saying, what you hope with Rondo is that he can get back to his full level of confidence. He tore the ACL in 13. He was traded in 14 and lost his way a little bit, but he's still young enough to have several really good years in front of him.
Johnson the screen. And Sullinger kicks to Crouch. And that one's good. 11 points in the game.
And an open path to the hoop there. Easy bucket. We've seen that far too many times today.
Now a timeout called by Sacramento.
And really a fantastic season for Sullinger last year. He made some leaps forward, but missed a lot of time still due to injury.
Sullinger did continue to improve last year, Clark, but you can't ignore that he had to miss time once again.
Yeah, and you hope that he'll be able to stay healthy for a full year at some point. When he's on the floor, he's a hard matchup for just about every team in the league.
Some changes for Sacramento. Kufis checked in for Cousins. Bellinelli comes in for Ben McLemore. And it's Collison in for Rajon Rondo. The Kings trail by 20. The drive by Collison. The shot is off. Good D by Sullinger.
Boy, blew the easy two by Profile. Trying to look good. That's a bad decision and poor execution. Their second half has started quite well. They've been good on 3 of their first 4 attempts.
Collison dishes to Bellinelli. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Thomas passes to Sullinger. That's in there. Thomas with the assist. Sullinger's got 5 points so far.
That's 2 straight quick three-pointers they've allowed.
Defense just not reacting with enough aggressiveness.
And that one's good by Gay.
Just a positive force right now for these guys. And though his team has fallen a bit short, it's not because of him.
And Rudy Gay picks up a foul. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. It's taken away by Collison.
And before he had time to bring the ball back in off the pump fake, out, and they're off.
We've seen Darren Collison getting it done. He has 9 points, and he's been delivering a healthy dose of helpers, too.
He really has, Clark. Always with his head up, looking to make the pass, trying to find the open man.
Man, you talk about a guy that's bounced around the league since he's been in it. Darren Collison. I mean, he's played on 5 different teams in his first 6 seasons, and has been a contributor and an impact player on all of them.
Johnson kicks to Bradley. All alone.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
Good on the shot.
And bullseye with that assist. Nice delivery there in traffic.
For Darren Collison, played a career-high 35 minutes a game last year. Seemed to help him find his rhythm, Greg, on offense.
And his coach had confidence in him, and boy, did he deliver. Unfortunately, though, Kevin, that hip injury shut him down after 45 games, but a positive season for him to build upon nonetheless.
And taken away by Johnson. High arcing shot. That's good from Thomas on the assist by Johnson. Kings have gone 3 of 6 in the 3rd quarter, 50% from the field. Collison got a piece of it. Now here's Bradley, the fast break opportunity, but they'll get another chance. From downtown, and it's Sacramento with the rebound.
One made 3 for him for the game. Does he focus closer in? Let's see.
Gay, that's good.
No doubt about it. He has done a ton to help his team, but he's going to have to do even more if they want to have a chance to get back in this one.
Right side, Bradley. Stolen. And up the court come the Kings on the break. Bellinelli's got the ball. Got that one up quick. And it's now 26 points for Rudy Gay.
I don't think you can say enough about the quarter he's had. Every one of his attempts has gone down.
Here's Collison. 11 points in the game. There's the feed to Gay. Stolen by Thomas. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. For the finish. And finished off by Gay.
And I love that the instant that steal was made, they were out in the open floor.
Ball pressure leading to the run out. Man, it doesn't get much nicer than that. That is sweet, sweet stuff.
And even 3-on-3 break. A nice shot by Collison. Collison's got 13.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Yeah, they have really owned the interior. You've got to collapse that defense and force them to beat you over the top.
Yeah, that one put them over the limit, and if they're not careful, this could turn into a parade at the free throw line.
And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Celtics.
Guys, the passing we've seen from them has been tremendous. Very unselfish.
And another area where they've separated themselves, guys, is at the foul line. I mean, those extra points are starting to add up. Add another triple to their second half total.
They came out of the break just dropping bombs and just are not letting up at all. Unfortunately, that's been the result for him over and over, guys. He just cannot find the bottom of the basket.
Bradley dishes to Thomas. Double team on Thomas. Shot clock at 6. Launches it. And it's Sacramento with the rebound. Caspi's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Collison kicks to Kufis. It's hauled in by Thomas. Boston leading by 18. Well, last season, Greg, another year without playoff basketball in Sacramento. A shame to see some of the best fans in the NBA not be a part of the postseason.
That's a great point, Kevin. Now, 9 straight years where the Kings have failed to make the postseason. 29-win seasons aren't going to get you very far when you're battling in the West.
Gay passes to Kufis. To the wing right side. Lets a floater go. And it's good on the way in.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
And you know what? That's one of those heat checks if he's taking shots like that.
Yeah, heat check or not, I don't care how hot he may or may not be. He's not making that one.
Second chance shot. Caspi with the bucket. Caspi's got 6.
Just lazy defense on the glass there.
Well, nobody boxed out. Nobody put a body on anybody else. Things like that not only drive the coach crazy, that stuff gets under my skin.
Well, you know, they're in the lead, but he's still been frustrated from an offensive standpoint.
And timeout call. George Karl has had enough. Well, taking a look at Avery Bradley, his career's been kind of up and down. Greg started out in high school where he developed into one of the nation's top prospects in high school.
You know, it's a great point. And as a college freshman, really established himself as one of the top defensive guards in the country, won numerous awards, then enters the draft after only 1 year.
Now a timeout called by Sacramento.
You know, with Avery Bradley, he was the 19th pick in the draft for the Celtics. The outlook for him was great, but then ball handling and shooting injury concerns flattened out his development. He had a hard time getting over the hump for a few years, but he's over it now.
And a whole new group out on the floor for the Celtics. Sacramento also making some changes. Moreland's checked in, and it's Ben McLemore in for Bellinelli. His 3-pointers off the mark.
And, you know, getting back to Avery Bradley, he's been dynamite the last 2 years. He's finally found consistency with the mid-range jumper and plays a complete game of basketball. With just a little more seasoning, I really feel like the sky's the limit. And one thing about Ben McLemore, he can be an absolute lights-out shooter. Last season was a big improvement over his rookie campaign. Up in field goal, 3-point, and free throw accuracy. Really just touching the surface in terms of his potential.
To the inside. Rebko And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good. He'll go to the line.
Yeah, terrific play right there. Great strength to finish through the contact.
That's exactly how it should be done. Get the bump, concentrate on the shot, and you'll get the bucket too.
And for Ben McLemore out of Kansas, he knew he had to work harder after the Kings drafted a guy to replace him, Nick Stauskas. And of course, Stauskas went on to have Clark an even worse rookie campaign than McLemore had the year before.
Yeah, and McLemore actually on the uptick, very much improving in year 2, and that means perhaps Stauskas will be the odd man out. Multiple possessions have been the story of the game, and even with the big lead, this team continues to be quicker to the ball.
Caspy dishes to Moreland. There's the pass to Gay. They shoot again. And at last, they get one to fall. Gay's got 30.
And he's clearly led the way offensively. The question is, can they ride him and get back into it?
Dishes to Uretko. Sacramento grabs the miss. Moreland's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's Gay. And he takes the lead in stride and slams it home.
Yeah, he went for a little extra on that one.
Well, he usually doesn't finish soft, obviously. You know, he can when necessary, sure, but not
Not when you can throw it down like that.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, one of the few bright spots for his team. I mean, he's had a very efficient offensive performance.
No telling how much larger the lead would be if it wasn't for his shooting. I mean, come on, this guy's kept them in it.
From deep, McLemore. They get the rebound, and that one's good. Caspy's got 6 in the quarter. Boston leading by 13. Here's Rozier. He's got 14. It's hauled in by the Kings.
And you saw how quick the defense was.
Even when they're down, he's still looking to do the spectacular. And he pulled it off.
Well, maybe this is the best time to do it.
I agree. I mean, now's when you need a spark, something electric to get your teammates fired up.
Uretko can't get it to go.
Well, one of his issues is he's a player that just does not excel at fighting through contact on his way to the rim.
Really good job of creating just enough space to let that one fly.
Turner. No good, unable to end this run.
Whoops. Got caught in between moves there on his way to the rack. And one area where they haven't struggled has been transition.
Yeah, I think that may be their ticket out of the hole. Look for even more of those quick hitters.
The kick out to Young. And that one's on target from the wing. Young's got 11 points.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
Rondo drives in. And Caspy has it in the corner. Off target from 3-point range.
Got a good look, though. I thought that was going to go down.
Yeah, the D, though, just enough to bother the rhythm on that one, Clark.
Taking it to the rack with power right there.
And hammering down with the two-handed slam.
Just piling on the lead with the dunk like that.
And McLemore slams it in.
And he breaks out the tomahawk. No soft finish there. Pure strength.
Oh, we can feel that one all the way over here.
You can see it. That first step was so decisive, aggressive move to attack the rim.
There's a good screen to the middle. Here's Uretko. Comes up empty off the pick.
And with room like that off the pick, you have got to knock that one down.
Well, you know, they did everything right, Greg. They executed. All they want is a good look at the basket.
And offensively, a great show for the fans through the first 3 quarters. It's been a fun game to watch. Celtics lead by 5. Don't go anywhere. The final quarter is coming up next on 2K Sports. And we're set to start the action up here in the fourth quarter. And if it's anything like the first three, we should be in for a treat. Now a timeout called by Boston.
They've been very untidy with the ball here. You commit turnovers when you try to do too much or you force it. They need to focus on making the simple play, good passes, and moving the ball around.
And former coach of the year, George Karl, making his way back into the league last season. Kings picked him up halfway through the year to kind of stabilize their coaching situation.
Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Thank you, Kevin. Brad Stevens had some words for his team over the break. He told the players, let's put our foot on them and keep them down. We've got them exactly where we want them. I want to see you guys slow the pace, use the clock, and stay away from any silly fouls.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the fourth quarter. On the court right now for the Kings, Caron Butler is out there with Costa Koufos. Then there's Bellinelli. Then there's Anderson. And it's Collison at the point guard position. He dishes it to Koufos. Inside. Johnson with the block. And it's Butler missing.
And you can learn a lot about rebounding by watching this guy. Look at the fundamentals there on the box end.
And what a pickup to get a guy like Carl Gregg on their bench, as you mentioned. He's just been a winner, Clark, his entire career.
Well, he's climbing the ladder in the all-time wins category as a coach, and also he's a cancer survivor. He's overcome with cancer, and that also lends itself to having great compassion and respect for George Karl.
As did his son Kobe.
That's
Remember
right.
that? Yeah.
That's right. It was a family affair.
Bellinelli with the three. Rebound, Boston. Sellinger's got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. Bradley kicks to Sellinger. Johnson. Great pass to set up the lay-in.
That's really the area where they like all of their shots to come from.
Goes up on the wing. And he didn't get quite enough under that one. Bradley with the ball. Caron Butler covering. Bradley can't get it to go. The Kings trail by 9. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Sure could, Kev. I mean, too many empty trips. They need some points.
You know what? Tried to step in and cut him off, but just didn't get there quick enough.
Yeah, he was one step late that time, Greg.
Turner's back in for Boston. And Butler, here we go. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good. He'll go to the line.
Looking at the numbers for Caron Butler, he has 9 points, and from long range, he's hit 1 3-pointer.
And when it's all said and done, I got a sneaky suspicion he's going to have a few more.
Sellinger pass to Johnson. Makes a big height pass and goes in. And the Celtics lead by 8.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Purposeful passing it is, partner. Their last 10 points have all come off assists.
And Costa Koufos, an excellent rotation center. I mean, he
What?
gets after it on the inside. He'll give you some rebounds, can block
It's
some
hard like
shots. He's made himself into a factor.
Look on the calendar on your phone. Wow.
Making a change here. Yarebko's checked in.
For what?
And Koufos
That's
not
for
really a
what?
shooter, Clark. He does his damage around the rim.
Yeah, he really does. The former Buckeye is a great screen setter. He attacks the offensive glass, plays within himself, and knows his role.
Saturday and Sunday.
And he does it well.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you could see the frustration on his face.
Outside Bradley. And Butler sends it back. And up the court come the Kings on the break. A nice shot by Anderson.
And I like how he puts himself in position there to finish on the break.
Yeah, you know, that's what we call seeing and feeling the game. Excellent read of how that play was going to develop and where the ball was going. That's stuff that you oftentimes can't teach, Greg.
Collison with it. Now Thomas defending. It's stolen by Bradley. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Here's Turner. And the Celtics hit again from deep. The Kings trail by 12. Collison kicks to Koufos. That falls. Great assist by Darren Collison.
Yeah, just used his strength there to get the post position without much fight from the defense.
Yeah, I think he's got to do a much better job next time of just bodying up. Get some muscle into him.
The shot by Sullinger wide open. And there are the Celtics with another basket.
Really nice dime dropping there. Playmaking ability is exactly what you get from Isaiah Thomas.
Koufos. Good, a nice job in the glass as they pick up 2 on the second effort.
How about the perseverance there, the extra effort on that offensive glass?
Oh, and here comes Anderson all alone.
How about the quick hands on the steal and the quick feet on the break?
Yeah, a careless, silly mistake there, though. I mean, coughing the ball up and then not being quick enough to get back on defense, that's costly.
And there's the foul, and Darren Collison picks it up. That's his first foul. And it's a completely different on the floor for the Kings. Now Turner to the paint. Here's Jerebko. No good off the back of the rim. Here's Gay. Good work defensively by Turner. Celtics leading by 8. Bradley dishes to Sullinger. Shoots. Bradley can't get it to go.
Almost no chance of that shot going in.
Yeah, there were a lot of other places he could have gone with the basketball instead of forcing that shot up.
And Thomas has it in the corner. Launches a 3. Rebound by the Kings.
And you know what? If you're the defense, you got him right where you want him. Let him keep shooting those threes because he's been brutal in this half.
And Turner kicks to Thomas. Got that bucket in no time at all. Thomas got 24 points.
Just carrying the load right now offensively, guys. He is not wasting any chances.
Look at that
That's beautiful. Forget about going for the long-range bomb to cut into that lead. Just take it to the hoop, my friend. Take it to the hoop.
And how, Clark. Brilliant throwdown.
Just exerting his authority on that play.
Boy, they are passing the ball very crisply right now.
They really are, and their last 2 buckets have come by way of an assist.
And finished off by McLemore. He has a highlight reel unto himself, guys.
Yeah,
wow.
that could very well be a contender for Dunk of the Year and perhaps might make its way all over the internet.
I tell you what, that is the crowd pleaser of all crowd pleasers.
And Sullinger missing. The Kings trail by 8. Pass to Gay. Sacramento moving it around. Caspi dishes to McLemore. They grab their own miss. Pass to Rondo. Second chance shot. Here's Cousins. And that one is hammered home.
Just a terrific effort on the offensive glass. That's how they're going to cut into this league.
And Greg, a dunk like that is sure to give them a spark.
Which is a spark they desperately need, Kevin. They've got to ramp up the intensity.
Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over.
DeMarcus Cousins can really be unstoppable at times on offense. He's shown star qualities ever since he stepped into the NBA. But it wasn't until last season that he was voted to the All-Star game.
And a 4 for the Celtics. Koufos checked in for Sacramento. Boston leading by 6. And back to Cousins last year. He was the first Sacramento King to appear in an All-Star game, which is hard to believe in over a decade. That is a long stretch, a long drought.
I'll tell you what, no question he's been doing a lot of heavy lifting here early in his career. But I tell you what, you surround him with some sick talent, and I can see rings in this young man's future.
Johnson to screen. Rozier. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
And, you know, the defense gets their money's worth on that foul. Stopping the layup and not giving up the and one.
So he gets them both. Rondo with it. McLemore, the pass to Koufos. It's Gay on the way. He kicks it to Cousins. Good for his 6th make and a dozen attempts, shooting 50% with that basket.
That's what this team needs, solid scoring chances.
Here's Olynyk. Sinks the three-pointer.
They've stepped up their three-point shooting game in the second half. They're letting it fly out there with reckless abandon.
Not lacking in confidence, and I really like that. Sometimes you see teams get conservative once they get a lead, playing not to lose.
And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. That free throw missing. And for Costa Koufos, Clark, so far he hasn't had that breakout year. He has been kind of in the shadow of Marc Gasol on that front line for Memphis.
Yeah, but he's understood his role, and he's done a nice job. He did start 81 games for Denver a few seasons ago, Kevin, but I think he's very comfortable as a backup. He's one of those guys who's been effective in limited playing stints. Nothing fancy there. Didn't need it.
Nope. His only concern right now, Clark, is getting the points on the board, and I don't mean style points.
I like the simplicity.
Well, there's also style just with the fact that he's able to have that kind of a finish, though. Still, I like that pretty one-handed flush.
Bradley's checked in for Young. Oh, and here comes Gay all alone. And now the fast break. Thomas with the ball. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Johnson.
I tell you what, that's just a major unforced error right there, guys. My goodness.
And it's Rondo penetrating. Rebound by Olynyk. Olynyk got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Deflects the pass. Celtics leading by 5. It's Thomas outside. That doesn't go either for Thomas. Here's McLemore. Power down.
How about that fantastic finish and the aggressive move, too, Kevin?
Trying to send a message, Clark, with that slam, I think.
And I'm not sure if it was text or email, but he definitely threw that one down.
Gay kicks to McLemore. And there's the 3-second call, this one on the defense. And he shows the focus there, nails the technical.
And he's got such a smooth stroke, and it never changes, even in this kind of a high-pressure situation.
The Celtics making a switch here. Sullinger's checked in.
And he's clearly just disappeared here this quarter, not making any contributions here with his offense.
And, Greg, it's been hard to watch. I mean, you can see his frustration. He's actually looking forward to the end of this period so he can have a fresh start for the next one.
And since the start of the 4th quarter, that three-point shot has just been there.
Yeah, he's doing an excellent job, I think, finding the open guy on the perimeter. And the three-pointer is a major weapon for him right now in this quarter. Cousins playing well. He has 9 rebounds, and he's added a steal to his stat line also.
You know what? The number is not huge, but he has been doing some valuable.
Turner's checked in for the Celtics. And Rudy Gay picks up the foul. That's his 4th foul of the contest.
And that's his 4th, and no doubt he would have liked to have not gotten it this soon.
There's 1:38 left in the 4th quarter. A good look from Bradley.
Wow.
And he really seems to just have lost his touch at halftime.
Misses the wing J. The dish out to Cousins. Some nice ball movement here by the Kings. Gets that one through the hole, make him now 7 of 13 in this game.
That's a brain freeze right there from the entire defense. Now is not the time to lose your focus.
Thomas dishes to Sullinger.
Check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
And here's Gay. There's 57 seconds left in the 4th quarter of this one. The drive by Cousins. Now here's Bradley, the fast break opportunity. It's in!
Not fazed at all by having a bigger defender on him down low, and I really thought he would be.
You know, at first glance, you wouldn't think that he'd be comfortable in that particular situation, but boy, I tell you what, he didn't look like he was out of his element at all right there.
Now we've got the intentional foul.
5th team foul.
And that hurts as he doesn't get the first one to fall. Trying to focus now on the second.
Thomas just giving him fits. He's got 24 points and 10 assists also. He's given them a lot with his passing and with his defensive work.
How about the activity of those hands here today? Gotta score quickly.
Yeah, no time to waste here, partner.
The shot and game clock separated by 4. And put on the basket. Book it. And the Celtics lead by 8.
Boy, I tell you what, he's having one of those days where if he takes it, he makes it.
Timeout called by the Kings. They're behind by 8. 23 seconds left in the game. Guys, what's your take?
And look, this one's out of reach. I don't know what they're thinking with this timeout.
Neither do I. I mean, maybe they're going over their plans for after the game. Let's just get out of here.
23 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Gay can't hit.
Nothing's going his way since the horn. I mean, looks like he used up all his makes in the last quarter.
Is it me, or does it just feel like he gets every rebound that comes up?
Well, he practically has gotten every one that's available. A 20-plus rebounding game is not something we get to see very often, Greg.
See Boston get the win here. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
Well, you know, it makes a big difference. I mean, you never felt like they had any doubt that they'd come out on top.
That's going to do it for now. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan along with our entire 2K sports crew. Thanking you for tuning in. So long, everyone.
Dazzling performance. One the first, no one the second. One third, no the fourth.